go back.
LOL.
What's good, fam? It's your girl Kayla Ray, and we back in this month. Hey, back in this month. Hey, back in this month. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? For the people who've been rocking with me for the solid 2 weeks that I've been on YouTube, thank you for continuing to watch me. For the new subscriber, for the newbies, I want to say welcome and stay along for the journey, because we gonna get real spicy in here. Once we start getting real comfortable with these videos and these videos start flowing, these people start coming and these people start realizing my personality, we're just gonna be, this is gonna be a fun road. So everybody knows, before I like to start all my videos, I like to do a product of the day. This is not, again, a sponsored video, but we can make it a sponsored video at some point, sweetie. So today's product of the day is vitamin E oil. So I'm gonna do, hopefully y'all got, yeah. So it is vitamin E oil. Jason? It's vitamin E oil, okay? I got this from, I want to say I got this from Walmart. But I use this every morning, every night after I wash my face. I don't use lotion on my face, guys. The vitamin E is pretty much good for nourishing the skin, not making your skin too oily, and you know, once you go out in public and when the sun's beaming on you, doesn't really doesn't do too harsh, go harsh on your skin. And there's no sulfates in it, no parabens, whatever the that is. Just nothing bad, and you can use it, not necessarily, you don't have to just use it on your face, you can use it all over. But that is the product of the day. You can get this, you don't necessarily have to get this brand. Any vitamin E, I'm pretty sure, is good for you. So, yep. Let's get into this video. So I have been waiting to do this video because anybody who knows me knows I love to talk. I have a comment, I have an opinion on everything. If I know about it, I got something to say about it. So we're gonna be talking about a few things. So the first thing we're gonna get into is my baby Summer. We're just gonna admire her real quick. Girl, listen, this is besides the point of what I'm about to say, but that video that I watched of her with Ari Lennox, that little short clip.
Have you ever been with the, really, Summer? That's phenomenal. So can you tell me like your type? Like,
I have weird types. They be like 4'1".
Really?
And fucking studs.
Oh,
like a little stud.
Wow, little stud.
Little cute stud.
If y'all know if that ain't me, she over here to, girl, when I tell you, when I listened to that little interview and I heard, she basically was describing me. I mean, I'm not 4'11" or nothing like that, sweetie. I'm a short little stud. We can do something together. Just let me know whenever, you know, you and London on the track decide to have a little issue again. I will slide my way through there. I'm just saying, Summer, we could really talk. You sing, I like to sing, I love your music. We can make me, boy, if you don't. Anyways, so Summer has been all up and through social media. Those of you who do not know who Summer Walker is, she is an up-and-coming R&B artist. She has 2 projects. One that came out in 2018 called Last Day of Summer, and then the most recent one that has remained on the top of the charts since it came out, called Over Again. This is why I don't understand why people are really going on her neck about this. So she recently canceled a few of her tour dates. Let's get it cleared up, because everybody is in here talking about she canceled her whole entire tour. No, sweetie, she just canceled a couple of states, and then she continued to remain on with some of the states that she chose to, you know, keep. So all due to social anxiety. And before I even get into her reasoning and everything about that, let's just start off with the actual definition of social anxiety, because some of y'all out here really sound dumb, ignorant. It's just like you're saying stuff and having negative comments towards what she's doing and how she acts, and not even understanding that whatever you're saying is literally not social anxiety. I am, for one, someone who has dealt with social anxiety and has everyday anxiety, so I know what she's going through. And especially if somebody like me, just a regular everyday basis, is dealing with social anxiety, somebody on that platform, what do you think and how she's gonna feel? Social anxiety is the fear of social situations that involve interaction with other people, mainly in bigger setting. Mainly having the fear of being negatively judged, thus putting on a strain on other areas of that person's life. People with social anxiety will literally want to go somewhere and won't, because of how damaging their social anxiety is on their mentality. They will literally prevent themselves from moving on or doing things that they love, being around people that they love, solely because of the fact that it's in a setting that they're not comfortable in. The way she acts towards her London on the Track, her boyfriend, people have been saying like, oh, how she acts on social media, on her Instagram. It's like, okay, you are naming things that she's in a comfortable area. Anybody in their household is gonna be themselves. When they're around people that they're comfortable with, their true personality comes out. Obviously, if you're just anybody, people who don't even have to have social anxiety, you could be around a stranger and please lie and tell me that you're going to shun some parts of yourself. You're not going to be your true identity around a stranger because you do not know them. It's the same thing for Summer. If she's around her boyfriend, of course she's going to act the fool. Of course she's going to be herself. Of course she's going to, you know, be her natural self and be in her natural state because she know the nigga. I really don't understand where people's coming from. Talk about it's really no comparison. And today I was on the way to work and I was listening to the Ricky Smiley show, which I absolutely love. On the way to work at 8 o'clock listening to a morning talk show. That was the moment I knew I was getting old. But anyway, but yeah, so I was on the way to work, and who doesn't know who's on the Ricky Smiley show? Obviously it's Ricky Smiley. It's some other dude that I really I'm not really sure who it is. Then there's Eva Longoria, used to be Portia, and then Debrat. So they were brought up her situation about her canceling some of her tour dates and how they were all due to social anxiety, and they were confused. Debrat was talking about how she's a stripper. She's basically always naked. She used to always be naked. She twerked in front of from a certain amount of people. She worked in a club. And then other bro said, oh, I don't understand how somebody with that many tattoos and has a body like that can have social anxiety. Do you know how dumb you sound? Look, you see all this? I got a whole, you see all that? I have anxiety too, so it's like, what? How can you use how somebody expresses themselves in comparison to having anxiety and how they look? If you don't sound dumb, like, he really said that I don't understand how she looks can define what a person is experiencing. You could be Diddy, Beyonce, anybody in the world and have anxiety or have some mental condition or something that's hindering you from doing something. It's like, just because you look like this or just because you act like this in certain settings does not mean you don't actually have what it is that is going on with you. Like the whole stripper part, one, there's pole dancing classes out here. And please don't tell me that one single one of you people have ever thought about doing pole dancing. So there is pole dancing classes out here, and pole dancing is a workout for one, and it's mainly used to help relax people, make them feel comfortable about their bodies and the people which they own, and be about their true self and own what they got. So it's like, okay, regardless whether she's in a classroom or a club, she is not doing all that in front of 10, 50, 100,000 people. It's just totally different. It is not the same, period. And let's get one thing straight. Many of the things that y'all do behind the camera and in the comfort of your own home would not think twice and would not dare do it in front of other people or in public. So y'all using that as an scapegoat to say just because she acts like this, does this, and all that type of stuff is just cut it out. The last thing that I'm gonna cover on this topic is I agree, I will say this, I agree with the sole fact that yes, she is an artist. She makes good music that everybody vibes out to. I personally, any mood I can be in, I could bet I can pick a Summer Walker song to. So it's like, I can understand how someone with that much talent, everyone would want to see her tour. Everyone would want to see her in person and showcase her talent to the world. But you guys have to understand, artists have the right to not want to tour. There are artists out there who make bangers, who are of straight up vibe, and just once it comes to stage presence and being on tour, on the road and stuff like that, it's just they don't want to do it. And then there's people vice versa who have hella stage presence, make a crowd get hyped, but have one and dones, have temporary songs. So that people have the right, and I don't understand why people don't understand that she has the right to not want to tour, and she also has the right to cancel a tour. Yes, it might be inconsiderate, but at the end of the day, like everybody loves to say, think about you first. I would rather her cancel a tour than her damn near have a heart attack on stage because she hasn't prepared herself enough to be in front of a stage like that. You can't be, and everybody have seen that her career skyrocketed after 1 year. She was a stripper and had her own cleaning business, and now she has the #1 album and she's touring everywhere. Of course, that is a major life change. So it's like, I don't get where all of this confusion is coming from. It's now all y'all actually seeing her act on it and trying to, you know, retract back. It's like, when she came on the scene, she been said she had social anxiety. She been said that she damn near almost quit singing. And other artists had to reach out to her and tell her, stop. Like, you have too much talent to be, you know, stop moving forward. She's been put on social media that this lifestyle was not for her. So when she actually acts on it, y'all are like, in a better light. She did just recently win Best New Artist on Soul Train Awards, and it was definitely well deserved. Now on to the next thing. T.I. and his daughter Deja. If you haven't seen on social media, he was one to said he faithfully takes his daughter to the gynecologist. That just in itself just sounds terrible, disturbing, and disgusting altogether. Like, my daddy is taking me to get my vagina checked. Like, what? When I tell you I was so blown when I saw that on social media, I was on Instagram, I was really like, am I really actually looking at this? And his alibi was, I want to make sure that my daughter is still a virgin. I want to make sure that her hymen and all that is still intact. One, your daughter is 18. She can do whatever she pleases to do with her body. Nowadays, people are having kids too. Like at this point, I mean, obviously, I understand you're a concerned parent about the activities that your daughter does, and especially being that you're in the public eye, a lot of people are just going to be coming at her and all that stuff, and she's not ugly, so I'm pretty sure she has a lot of heads on her neck. Granted, cool, it's the lifestyle that y'all, it's the life that y'all live, but it's also out of line, out of character, out of order. It's just T.I., there's just some boundaries that you do not cross, and I feel like that line that he crossed, she's a woman, and it's just looking at the fact that a man is telling her what to do with her body. That part is just what blew me, and to actually go with her too, that's just on a whole nother level of what is really going on. I feel like T.I. has a very controlling character, and this very much so proves my point. Not to mention, with all of this going on, I'm trying to figure out where exactly is Tiny in all of this. Like, all of this is really going down, and I'm just trying to figure out where her mother is at. Like, you're a woman, you've gone through things, and you're just watching your daughter experience a situation as self-diminishing as it is, and it's just like, where is she vocally in this situation? I just really don't understand how she can watch her husband treat their kid like this, and she should be able to understand and relate because she is a woman herself. And also recently it came out too that because of all of this that has come about, Deja has apparently, according to news and TMZ and all that she has deleted all social media accounts. So that just goes to show you how you being overbearing and being selfish, it backfires. It really went to the point where she's basically the target of discussion. Like, how would you feel if you was on social media known as the kid who goes to the doctor for her vagina, nonetheless, to say the least, with her father? Like, do you know how embarrassing that is? And I really just don't understand. He has to step outside himself and really see how terrible this looks. Like, son. And also another thing, what also irritates the soul, bothers my entire being, is when men, fathers, even boys, the entire society loves to praise boys and men for getting it on early, having sex early, doing this, that, and the third. Like, they don't look at it as bad, but when it's your daughter, when it's another woman, it's a different, you're looked at it in a different light. And I don't understand that comparison, because yes, I get it, we're females, our body is supposed to be a temple and all that, but it's just like, what's the difference between you? You call us queens, aren't you supposed to be kings too? So treat yourself as such as where you expect me to treat myself as such. So I hate that people try to draw a line in between what a female can and can't do and what a man can and can't do, and if they both do the same thing, they're looked at differently. That's dead. But anyways, on that subject, basically, T.I., you need to get off your daughter. That's just nasty. Mind your business. She's a grown woman at this point. She's 18. She can make her own decisions, what she does with her body. So, next. So the last thing we're going to be talking about today is Instagram. I believe it's supposed to be happening in about maybe next month, December, or the beginning of 2020. But if you don't already know, Instagram is getting rid of the likes. So when you're scrolling on a picture and you like what you see, double tap, you get 1 like. And if people keep doing it, you know, add up, and however many likes is in comparison to how many people approved of your photo. So Instagram has been saying that, I see where they're going with it, is due to like bullying and people comparing themselves to each other, and I guess just basically trying to help people not compare themselves, and self-esteem issues and cyberbullying and things like that, which I applaud on them thinking of that. But it's like Instagram has been out for quite a while, like at least about 7, 8, probably even more years. So I feel like it's a little too delayed to be trying to be self-conscious about the likes, because I feel like even if you get rid of the likes, people are still going to normally know like what it is, because they did say that you personally will still be able to see the likes on your account, just other people wouldn't be able to see, therefore not being able to compare themselves and compare how many likes they got compared to you and blah 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 blah. But it's like, if I can still see what I got going on, I will still probably self-consciously compare myself to somebody. Or even if you don't do that, you're still gonna be like, dang, I got 2 likes, but nobody else will know, but I still know for myself. But it's like somebody who I've been following for a while, I know what their numbers be looking like. So I don't know, I feel like they're trying to do something, but it's not really all the way there, especially since that Instagram's been out for so long. I feel like if they would have did this at the beginning stages, it would have helped, but I guess. But on to the influencers and social media and people who make money by just posting pictures, or people who make good amount of money posting on Instagram, regardless whether it's business wise, a booty pic, showing a little skin, or professional. Regardless of what it is, there are several influencers who make money off of posting pictures. And that was mainly where the uproar came, even though people are like, oh my gosh, about the likes. The influencers and in that category was where the problem came from and rose up. What the influencers really think that they're gonna lose money. People will still have the possibility to like your pictures, and your numbers will still be the same. That bag will still be running every Monday, every Friday. So I really didn't see what the aspect of that point was. Maybe people had miscommunication about that because they were getting rid of likes, their money was out the window too. But hey, people take social media way too serious, which I can see how, but just not to the point where likes gets people tight. I know we all do it, but it's just at the end of the day, self-reflection, reality. If Instagram, there was a point in time where Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all that was not a thing. So hey, but it's 2019 going on 2020. Internet's only going up from there. So that's all I got to say about that. But this is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys was interested about the topics that I did. If you guys want to see more commentary, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you also, if you're new to my channel or if you just haven't seen my previous videos, go ahead and do that, and comment on there as well. Now, if you guys want to see more content about like this or just anything outside of this, let me know in my DMs. I will keep my social media and all of that on the screen or in the description below. And if you again we want to be in a serious talk, email me at cai.leretv@gmail.com. And before I end this video, what I always like to say is always be you, no matter what people say or do. I'm out.
Bruh.